man, today is tough. I haven't found any interesting topic to make a video about, but I'll keep searching because I feel like something cool will come up soon. Oh, it seems like someone's knocking on my door.
Excuse me, are you Andshot?
Yeah, that's me. And who are you?
I'm Freddy, the lawyer, and you're being sued.
Ha, but how am I being sued? What did I do?
Actually, it's about what you didn't do. You signed this contract, Freddy Lawyer, and here it says you were supposed to make a 5 Nights at Freddy's in Brookhaven by today.
Wow, Fredo, I completely forgot about that.
You have 24 hours to make this video, and you know very well what will happen if you don't deliver this video to me.
Yeah, of course, Fredo. I'll do it right away.
It's a deal then.
Well, I know this seems bad, but I know it could be much worse.
Oh, I overheard the whole conversation. And you also need to make a Poppy Playtime Brookhaven. Otherwise, you know what will happen too, right?
I really need to start locking this door. But until these two showed up, they gave me a good idea.
In this video, I'll create the 5 Nights at Freddy's Brookhaven.
And I'll create the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven.
In my Brookhaven, it'll have the scariest animatronics.
And in my Brookhaven, it'll have the most cursed toys.
And our goal is to create the most powerful Brookhaven to defeat the other side. If you enjoy FNAF, giving a like will strengthen Freddy.
And if you like Poppy Playtime, commenting strengthens Catnap.
Okay, to start making our Brookhavens, I divided the Brookhaven into 2 with this barrier here. On this side of the barrier, we'll make the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven. And on this side here, we'll make the 5 Nights at Freddy's Brookhaven. And to start editing the map for real, we'll have to come here to the search bar and search for FNAF. This way, several interesting items will appear here for us to use in Roblox Studio. But let's start with something simple, which is the FNAF floor. This checkered floor is in all FNAF pizzerias that appeared in all the games so far. That's why I think it's fair to put it here in our lobby to represent the FNAF lobby. Let's remove all these little pots from here too, because I'm going to put other decorations in place. And even the Brookhaven fountain won't stay here because I have a better idea to put here in the middle. Let's just dry this little water that's here in the middle. And this is proving to be more difficult than I thought. And let's place this Freddy statue right here in the middle. Let's just make a few small adjustments to make it a little prettier. And done! It actually turned out quite beautiful. Next to Freddy's statue, I'm going to put some of these party tables that are very common in FNAF games. And since Freddy's Pizzeria is very famous, we'll have to put several tables here because there will be several customers wanting to enter Freddy's. Let's duplicate these 3 tables and place them on the other side too, to have even more places. And I believe this quantity is more than enough to serve all the customers. And like every FNAF pizzeria, I'll put the stage for the animatronics performance here. Let's just increase the size of this a little and fit it better here on the floor to make it look more natural. Well, as you can see, the stage was a bit crooked, but I'll fix that by basically deleting the Brookhaven subway, because now I can move this tree more to the side, and now our lobby looks much prettier. Okay, and now how about we mess around with the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven a bit? To be fair, I'll turn the Brookhaven daycare into the Poppy Playtime lobby. The first thing I'm going to do here is to put the Poppy Playtime factory floor. Let's just fit it here on all this terrain, and it actually matched quite well with the Brookhaven daycare. The next thing I'll put here will be the 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐤 statue, because it will look just like that entrance of the Poppy Playtime factory too. Let's just adjust 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐤 here nicely and decrease its size a bit to fit better in this location. Okay, to make our Brookhaven a bit scarier, I'll put a knife in 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐤's hand here. Let's just adjust the knife in his hand this nice way and done. Nothing wrong is happening here. Well, I also found this bunch of colorful stuff that's in the Poppy Playtime factory. Look, there's even a weight here from the factory, see? And I'll put this thing exactly behind the daycare, like this. Obviously, I'll increase the size of this a lot to make it look nicer. And now I'll fit it inside the daycare to really make it look like a part of the factory. Well, for now, the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven looks like this. Alright, back to the FNAF Brookhaven. I'm going to come here on stage and set up the animatronics for the show. Of course, the first one will be Freddy since he's the main one, and I'll just position him facing forward so he can perform the show properly, right? Well, I don't know why this Freddy has this missing eye here, but oh well, it'll have to stay like that. I'll place Bonnie here on the left side of Freddy. If I remember correctly, that's where he usually stays. And now we just have to turn him forward like this to make it look nice. Well, the last animatronic missing is Chica, so let's put her right here, turn her forward, and place her a bit further ahead along with the cursed cupcake. In the middle of the tables, I'll place the puppet because she serves as a sort of guardian to protect the children. Let's just rotate her a bit so she doesn't look like she's falling, right? Because she looked a bit odd that way. So So, the puppet will now be right here. I'll also add some decorations here like these posters, for example. So, I'll put these colorful flags that will go between the tree and the stage. And of course, we can't forget about FNAF plushies, since they're the cutest things in the restaurants. I'll scatter them around the tables as if they were prizes or gifts from the kids celebrating their birthdays here in our pizzeria. Actually, I'll put a claw machine right here so the kids can try to grab a prize. But honestly, this is just for us to make some easy money. Oh, and of course, I'll also place William Afton here in our restaurant, but he'll be a bit more hidden right here. Let's just turn him like this, as if he's waiting for some kid to show up here. And look, it really seems like William Afton is waiting for someone to show up there for him to attack. And of course, like any good restaurant, our pizzeria also has a sign, which for some reason is facing the wrong way. And the sign for our Brookhaven pizzeria will be right here. Let's just adjust it to make it look nicer. And now the FNAF Brookhaven is already looking much nicer. Now, here in the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven, I'll turn the streets into large factory conveyor belts. So with these two conveyors positioned here, I'll duplicate them so we have a nice path made only of conveyors that no normal factory would have. And now I'll remove these road markings that are here on the ground. And on top of these conveyors, I'll place that centipede dog facing this way. Let's just shrink its size a bit because it's too big. And let's place it on the ground like this, since I believe centipede dogs don't fly. And to make this place a little more ominous, I'll put some new bodies here since there's a giant dog here that I doubt hasn't attacked anyone by now. And there we go. I think this part of the conveyor is already quite spooky. Well, since I've placed factory conveyors on this street, on this other street that's missing, I'll put nothing less than a train. But in order for us to put a train here, I'll have to basically place these train tracks here for the train to run on. So let's just tidy up a bit here. And now we just have to duplicate the track so we can place it wherever we need to. And the train that will be here is the Poppy Playtime train, which is all colorful here just like the factory. So let's rotate it to make it straight here and also increase its size a bit so it fits on these tracks. And well, now the Poppy Playtime Brookhaven is already looking much nicer. Alright, before we go back to adding things to the Freddy map, first we have to edit this sky, because both Poppy Playtime and Five Nights at Freddy's are horror games. So I think it's fair to put a night sky to make this place even scarier. Okay, now it's time to delete this old restaurant from Brookhaven and put a new restaurant here. Let's just clear up this terrain a lot here because I need a really big space for us to be able to place a new Freddy's Pizzeria. Let's delete the sign here too. All these little hotels here, and even the Brookhaven airport will be deleted. And now in this space, I'll place this pizzeria here. And by turning the pizzeria forward, you can see on the sign that this is Freddy's first pizzeria. Let's just straighten it here because it's a bit crooked and fitted nicely on the ground. And okay, so the pizzeria didn't fit exactly inside the terrain, but I don't think it's a problem, because besides this pizzeria being very nice on the outside, it's also decorated inside, exactly like the Zoom's Freddy's Pizzeria. And to welcome this pizzeria, I'll place Monty here, which is this big evil crocodile here. And along with him, I'll place Foxy here since I didn't put him out in our square. And of course, inside the pizzeria, I'll also put some more animatronics on this stage. And I chose to put the toy animatronics here from FNAF 2 since I haven't put them anywhere yet. Now I'll place Chica here on this side, and now Toy Bonnie right here. And it's cool that he even comes with this guitar, so he's ready for the stage. Since there's still plenty of space inside here, I'll also put some other animatronics that only appear later, such as Benny, who for some reason is quite tall here. So I'll shrink her size a bit here, and she'll be more hidden here waiting for some victim to appear. And well, inside the arcade, I'll place Sundrop, since theoretically he's supposed to take care of the kids, so it's a good place for him to be. And here, I didn't understand Foxy, but since he's already outside, I'll put Golden Freddy here inside. And, okay, he's a bit crooked, but we'll just straighten him like this and place him exactly here behind the curtains. Also, with these last changes we made here, I believe the FNAF Brookhaven should be almost ready. The only thing missing is to place a big Freddy statue here to show that this side is Freddy's side. So I'll just adjust this statue here into the ground like this and increase it a bit more just so the head is much bigger. This way, this side of the Brookhaven is definitely Freddy's side. And here on the Poppy Playtime side, I'll also place a big creature, which in this case will be that dinosaur that appears in the first chapter, but it will be extremely larger than this. Just a little more, just a little more. And there we go. Now with the dinosaur this size, we can place it inside our mountain just like Freddy is. But in front of Freddy, this dinosaur is kind of alive and walking behind the mountain. And here we also have this bunny that we can been placed right here on the corner to make it look really cute. Oh, and remember that if you like FNAF, you have to like the video. And if you like Poppy Playtime, you have to comment on the video. Now let's test to see how our Brookhaven turned out. And well guys, I'm already here inside our Five Nights at Freddy's Brookhaven, and as you can see, basically I made some changes here that I'll show you now. To start, I've dirted the floor here with ketchup, if you know what I mean. I also placed some police bodies here, because our restaurant is right next to the police, and unfortunately these guys came to investigate and ended up having a pretty cruel fate. There are some more here. There's even a police officer flying for some reason. Man, this is not normal, dude. And there's even a bald guy here splattering a little bit of blood on my face. Disgusting. But aside from the gruesome stuff and the tables breaking, everything else is fine. Bro, everything's falling apart here. What's going on? Man, crossing the street here, we also have another Freddy's Pizzeria. Here we have the warm reception here from our friend Monty Gremory and also Foxy. And hey, Foxy! Dang, I got hit! Look at this scoundrel! I forgot that these animatronics are haunted, so it's best not to get too close to them. Well, let me just pass through between the two of them. And now, okay, I managed to get into our restaurant. And as you can see, we have here now a completely broken Roxanne that we also won't get too close to, because she can hit us, right? But as you can see, the other animatronics we placed here are working just fine, right? Oh, man, it hit me too, man. But as I was saying, the animatronics here are also working just fine. They're here ready to do their little show. And coming here to the arcade side, you can see that there's a Sundrop here and he's moving. Look how cool. He's trying to hit me here, scoundrel, but I'll stay away because I've learned my lesson. Oh, and of course, coming here to the back, we also have Golden Freddy and the Crying Child, right, who I think doesn't attack me. Yeah, for now, she doesn't attack me yet. And by the way, in this place here, I also put Shadow Freddy, right, which is this ghost thing here. And of course, Fanny is also here, but I'll stay away from her too since she has a pretty dangerous knife. Oh, and taking advantage, coming here to the back, you can see that here we have the security room, exactly like in FNAF 1. And I'm almost sure these buttons work. Let me see here. I'll press this one. The door falling. How cool. It really works. It takes quite a while to close, but at least it works. I'll close the other door here too. Very cool, man. And there are also these lights. See, here turns on the left light and here turns on the right light. Very cool. And thank goodness we have this place to lock ourselves because there are a lot of animatronics out there and they're trying to get us at all costs. And well, here in Poppy Playtime we're a little safer since there aren't so many creatures here, but we still have to be careful with some, like this dog, because you can see here, he was eating people's heads. There are 3 new bodies here. We also have this guy here, who's kind of bizarre. Like, he's a really cute bunny, but he has these big teeth here. See? He has a lot of sharp teeth, and I'm afraid of this bunny here to be honest. Maybe he's the one who ripped off this noob's head here. Besides that, we also have Huggy Wuggy here holding the knife, so since he's already dangerous normally, imagine with this knife in his hand. Man, so I can even press his button here, but unfortunately nothing's happening. So that's it. At least he's just standing there, quietly looking in his corner. And the other interesting thing we put here was basically this big train, right, which ended up being much bigger than normal. Look at this lever size compared to me. Man, I think I made it too big, but at least it looks really cool too. And guys, the video is ending here. I believe the FNAF Brookhaven is much better than Poppy Playtime because there are more items for us to use. But you guys tell me in the comments what you think. Thank you very much to everyone who watched the video until the end and watched the videos that are on the screen to make sure you like them. Until the next video, see you. Bye!